Welcome everybody to the Florence Unitarian Universalist Fellowship on this glorious Sunday morning. My name is Sally Watts and it's my pleasure to be your service leader. I'm joined today with Rhema and Tuvia and Catherine, and we've got Ray on the computer and Jay behind the camera. We're going to start today by singing Spirit of Life. It's performed by Jeff Lovejoy, and we're all going to sing it out and sing it proud. Ready? Thank you, everybody. We've got some announcements, and I know Rhema has one. I'm going to ask her to start. Turn this microphone on. You'll share your news, okay? Yes. Right up to the mask, all the way. There you go.
Good morning. I am part of the Cape Perpetua Collaborative, and they are sponsoring a springtime lecture series turned virtual instead of at Cape Perpetua. But there will be lots of video of Cape Perpetua, so you're going to see what they're talking about. And this Saturday is the Amanda Trail, and that goes from Cape Perpetua up to Yachats and down below Cape Perpetua. So it's the history and development and plans for the Amanda Trail, and that's at 9 o'clock in the morning, and you can get all the information at capeperpetuacollaborative.org.
Thank you. So we're taping this on Friday, and what she's referring to might be happening tomorrow, which was actually yesterday. So if you follow me here, I think if you just go to capeperpetuacollaborative.org, you will find all the future events, right? And they might have a taping of the one from Amanda Trail. I hope so, because you will have, well, missed it. So, thank you, Rhema, and I'm glad you're a part of that group. That's wonderful. So the other announcements we have, Dean Schrock will continue with his first Tuesday series called Connecting with Soul. It's a meditation class, and it's at 5:15. There is a Zoom invite in the e-blast, so I hope you can join Dean for that at 5:15 on February 2nd. Our happy hour gathering today, which is Sunday, is at 5 o'clock. The Zoom link is also in the e-blast, and we're always pleased to have new folks join us, so come on. And you don't want to miss Katherine Hemmens, who will be with us, and you can congratulate her on overcoming her fear of public speaking through imagination. Good job, Catherine. Good job. And next, we're delighted to have Reverend Denise Cawley joining us next week. The title of her talk is Turtle, Beaver, or Fish. I've seen it. It's absolutely delightful. We've got some great components to the order of service. You want to be with us next Sunday. We have a board meeting on February 10th at 3:30. And are there any other announcements from anybody else here today? We are moving on. We are moving strong.
I've got next week.
You got what's next week's at Cape Perpetua?
It's satellite telemetry.
Satellite telemetry.
Behavior and ecology.
Behavior and ecology.
Of pinnipeds on the Oregon coast.
Of who to who?
Pinniped,
Pinnipeds.
sea lions.
Sea lions. Sea lions on the Oregon coast. So again, check it out, capeperpetuacollaborative.org. So speaking of Rhema, would you like to come forward as we light our chalice? And you can light yours at home as well. This comes from the International Council of Unitarian Universalists. Every month, for 205 months, They provide a reading, and it's expected that congregations worldwide will share one of the readings during the month. So this is for January, and you're welcome to light that chalice as I continue to talk. There we go, thank you. So these words are from January, and they're from the Hungarian Unitarian Church in honor of the anniversary of the Edict of Torda. What is that, you might ask? It's a decree that authorized local communities to freely elect their preachers. What a concept. So we light this chalice in remembrance of those who laid down the foundation of our communities in the spirit of freedom, love, and tolerance, and to remember that true light will outshine darkness. These words are from Francis David, founder of the Hungarian Unitarian Church in the 16th century. So you can't say we haven't been around for a while. Faith is the gift of God. The true signs of faith are an inner purity and love, and an honest life and good deeds. Love is the ultimate interpretation and completion of the law. According to Jesus, love is the plenitude of the law. Love is a royal commandment. Love is the true freedom, which does not bear the bondage of fear. Love is the creative spirit of the world, the highest treasure of humankind. Blessed be. At this time, I invite Katherine to come forward for our joys and concerns. Yeah, she's our guest speaker today, too, so pay attention.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
This is the part of our service where we say our joys and concerns. We share our joys and concerns. And this is to remind us how important we are to each other. We're very important to each other. Keep everyone in your mind and in your heart. And even if you're not one of those Unitarians that prays in the normal way or doesn't even believe in prayer, that's okay. Wish your neighbor well. Wish your neighbor the best possible day in life he can have. You don't even have to say it. Think it in your heart. That's the only way we're going to get past this black and white thinking. There has to be a third way forward. In our little town, our little microcosm of the macrocosm, and everywhere in the world. There has to be that third way forward of love and appreciation, even if you can't say it to the person for whatever reason. Think it. It opens the heart. Now today we have a couple things. Sally, you're going to place that right in the cleansing water. That's what we do as part of our ritual. And Jennifer, correct?
Doing good.
Yes, Jennifer is doing great. Sally's partner, and I mean, that's wonderful. You know, all kinds of things can happen, but we held her so close. I was doing treatment. I know everyone else was just loving her from afar.
Thank you. Thank you.
And that's so wonderful to hear.
Yes.
We have a concern, I guess, about Colin Pierce, Marcia's husband. You know, he's had a lot of back issues and surgery and whatever and pain. And he's about to go for another round of evaluation. Is that correct?
I think so.
And we, you know, really hold him in your heart, pray however you do, and that it goes smoothly, and he gets more answers. He gets more answers.
Big show.
Yeah, big shell for that. Is there anything else? I haven't heard anything else in particular, which is a good thing, I guess, for the community, because it means everyone's just kind of hunkered down and doing well and caring for themselves. Nothing else?
I don't know.
Okay. You have one you want to share?
Sure.
I got my first vaccine.
Yay!
Yay!
I forgot. Yes,
Yes.
great.
So I got it a week ago on Wednesday, and I'll get my next one February 18th, and then a couple weeks after that I'll be COVID safe. Yay!
That's right.
yes, several of our foofers have gotten vaccines, and whatever you think of that situation, vaccine, no vaccine, the ones who got them are happy about it right now.
Yes, yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, Catherine. So much appreciated. We've got a beautiful musical interlude. Jeff Lovejoy has created these wonderful songs he creates, free forms, and then he labels them. And he's titled this one, Glitters on Waters. I think it's perfectly delightful as we think about Catherine's topic today that she's going to talk about imagination. So as you listen to this, Glitters on Waters, think about imagination. And I'll see you in just a second. Ray, will you play Glitters on Waters? Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate that. It's very relaxing. Katherine Hemmens is no stranger to us. She leads us through our joys and concerns each week. She is so present for so many of us as we go through our struggles. She's an awesome woman who is about to share her message titled, Better Living Through Imagination. Enjoy.
Good morning, everyone. This is our last Sunday talk referencing imagination. 2 years ago, I never could have imagined myself giving a talk for FOOF, or anywhere actually. Yet I knew that conquering my fear of public speaking required a kind of courage that I wanted to add to the quality of my life. I never imagined it would be so difficult. Shaky knees and shaky voice, all kinds of fears of failure that I hadn't visited since high school. I lacked imagination when I pictured success in this area. But I prevailed, and here I am in front of you all, sort of. Some spiritual teachers would say that we actually imagine our very lives from the void of the unmanifest to the manifest. Then we're born. Surely all art, music, drama, writing, everything that the muse touches is imagination in action. The way we imagine ourselves, our life, is so individual. It is particular to each one of us. Even if we are being taught the same things in school or reading the same book, the way we take in that information is unique. Whether we are aware of it or not, we have a personal map, a way of looking at our own life. This gives us a structure to manage, enjoy, and create in this three-dimensional world, the time-space continuum, as I like to call it. At first, the way we experience life seems directly infused by our parents and caregivers. Later, school, books, peers, social media, etc., etc. It's all information overload. We don't know what's true for us and what is cultural or even generational overlay. But underneath all that is our own unique mind and true nature. This sorts through all that information and forms a true roadmap for us. Add some introspection, contemplation, and meditation, and this view deepens and matures and works for us in the world. Those aha moments and synchronicities add color and beauty to our map, our personal operations guide, so to speak. So I'm going to share one of mine. It's the only way I know that I can speak naturally on this subject. One of my aha moments was after reading a Hermann Hesse book called The Glass Bead Game. I was about 20. It was set in the future about a group of thinkers, masters actually, who held the highest octaves of thought, the best possible versions and visions of humanity. They lived in an enclave in the Spanish Pyrenees. One of their main pastimes was a multi-level game of skill where one level intersected and influenced all the other levels. To be successful at this game, one had to perceive the whole mechanism simultaneously, as well as the individual levels. I read this quite literally at the time, being 20-something. But later it struck me like a download from the universe that this was a metaphor for the different levels of life, of consciousness, happening all at the same time. And usually we are only aware of one or two levels if we think about this at all. And this is how it translated for me. So we start at that physical level, the body. We know this one. The emotional level was the next one for me. Our gut feelings, the way we feel, the way we love. Next is the mental, psychological, psychic, that mind level. And finally, the spiritual, etheric, that auric level, the aura that attaches us to the universe, the rest of the universe. Of course, this is happening all the time. all at the same time, lighting up each other while retaining their own unique body of information. So most of us are aware of the physical body, of course. We can see it, feel it, it seems real, and the whole planet seems to be in agreement with us on how important this physical body is and how it looks. From constant advertising to so-called self-help books, to scrutinizing peers in school and office, etc., etc. Mastery and balance on this level can take a lifetime as we throw in aging later on. But it is the easiest level to start with when we want to work on ourselves. And we do. Only it is easy to end at that level too. Okay, I lost 20 pounds, or 50. My blood work from the doc looks good. I'm running a marathon. I'm good. And that's fine if you choose. A teacher of mine used to admonish his class, no body, no enlightenment. But more on that later. Whatever your idea about the afterlife, you are incarnate right now. Love and self-acceptance are higher octave mastery moves when it comes to the body game. It's basic self-respect to take care and love this unique container, this consciousness container, if you like. Body shaming and self-loathing is the other polarity that saps our energy and keeps us stuck. Often so stuck we can't get past the body as being all that is. My next imaginative level of possibility is the emotional feeling level. How do I feel about this? How do I even discern and differentiate my feelings from my thoughts or other people's feelings and thoughts? How do I stop my feelings of inadequacy from acting out and eating 20 cookies, thus affecting the body? From those black and white feelings of attraction and aversion, I like this, I don't like that, those rather primitive survival feelings that most of us start out with, to the higher octaves of discernment, love of others, self-love, love of something greater than ourselves. All this is up for mastery or faltering in my own personal glass bead game. The next level is the mental, psychological, psychic, mind level. This level can be most intoxicating. Knowledge, self-inquiry, getting lost in the layers of personal introspection, and then analyzing the world around me. Heady and sometimes self-deluding. When I change the way I see the world, I change the world. You've heard that said. Or at least my lens of perception. Much lovely stuff has been written about the power of the mind. And it is an amazing, creative, imaginative force, a birthing force. But if my main focus is mind in that self-survival primitive way, that other polarity, it can trap me in cool calculation and strategy in this game of life. Pretty one-dimensional, even if it is effective. My fourth level of possibility is divine imagination. That invisible to us, etheric aural body, A-U-R-A-L, the aura, that connects me to the universal life force, God force, that actually is me, and all of us, and everything, all the time. At least that's how I see it. I've heard it said if you ask a fish about water, it would say, "What water?" It is their whole world inside and out. That's us, swimming in the vast, vast, as Emma Curtis Hopkins would say. I love that phrase. It's just beyond my ability to picture. Anyway, this can be the level of ecstasy, of those enlightenment experiences that I cannot deny, meant, I believe, to shock me out of my human patterns and reorganize my life by their influence. It is my direct connection to grace with a capital G. Now, practicing in the lower octave of this level is the realm of spiritual bypass, a reaching for the spiritual connection and ignoring the work innate to the physical, emotional, and mental health of our lives. Spiritual communities are full of spiritual bypassers in my experience, and it makes for very shaky personal structure that may eventually crack into spiritual emergencies, as they're termed, or nervous breakdowns. Doesn't have to be like that. So, how do I navigate this personal glass bead game? I say I because I don't want to preach to you. I just want to give examples. It's all about awareness. And how does awareness happen? Contemplation, meditation, therapy, prayer. Occasional flashes of lightning flashes of insight, and any daily practice of devotion to the bigger picture. I've come to notice, not analyze, but notice the level of the game of consciousness I'm coming from at any given time. And more importantly, how all the levels work better when they are integrated in a loving manner. So we'll start with the body again. How much can I be aware of how I feel, physically feel, my physical feeling, not ignoring those signals my body gives me about pain, overuse, or overindulgence. Noticing my negative self-talk about my body and immediately soothing myself with loving kindness affirmations. Perhaps taking the time to do a body meditation, acknowledging the incredible divine mystery of this body, and know it coordinates every system in a harmony of life. Now, the emotional level. Taking a pause before I speak to feel my motivation, my joys, my hurt, my frustration, and let my connection with Spirit temper my reactions into heartful communication. Emotions can make us sick and make me sick. Sick at heart, sick to my stomach. But integrated with a higher octave of peace, love, joy, to name a few, our emotions can be empowered to actually heal dis-ease. Many of you have read Why Love Heals by Dean Schrock, one of our frequent speakers. Many examples in that book. The mental level. As humans, this is our connection to imagination. This is where the muse descends from the divine through the etheric realm and creates through our ideas that translate through our body, our hands, our eyes, even our feet, into an act of art unique to us. And we are all artists. Just navigating this world is an art. Relationships are an art. Anything we can do to raise our life to a high octave of art through our awareness is a wonderful thing. And the etheric spiritual connection. The Creator created connection that breathes life into me, into all of us. This is a symmetry that is an equal partnership. And the more I am aware of this symmetry, the more alive I am on every level. The art of awareness is to stay grounded and in touch with the rest of my creation, my body, my emotions, my mind, while acknowledging the constant flow of insight, touching heaven and earth. That, I believe, is the art and mastery of life, the personal glass bead game. It's a spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical practice grounded in daily life. I am far from the Magister Ludi, the master of Hesse's story, but it's a personal map that assists me in integrating my life, my presence. What is yours? I invite all of you to imagine your divine modus operandi, how you shape and progress and live in your world. What ways do you live those divine octaves of love and creation? And how can those octaves flourish and thrive in your awareness, creating that personal masterpiece as you go along? It won't look like mine, or your partner's, or your neighbor's. You don't have to share it with anyone. Whisper it to the ocean or to the sun. Paint it, sing it, play it. And these personal maps aren't static. They change and grow. They're like base camps readying you for the next ascent to higher consciousness. I'll leave you now with a quote by an author I am enjoying right now, Joseph Chilton Pearce. God is not a semantic proposition or imaginative invention of our verbal brain to be believed in, but it is the force within us expressed as the very love, our very love of life and passionate will to live. And so it is. Thank you.
Great message, Katherine. Thank you very, very much. I think you've crossed over the bridge into a whole new dimension of how to be with imagination. Congratulations. This is a message I think that's worthy of watching over and over and over again. If nothing, no other reason than to see the beautiful background she lives in. That's gorgeous. Thank you, ma'am. We enter this time talking about our offering. And as you know, every week we talk about contributions to our community partner. November and December we raised quite a bit of money, and I'll be delivering that to Habitat for Humanity today. This month, January and February, we are collecting money for Situs Outreach Services, SOS. And as many of you know, this is a viable organization helping so many people in Florence. Some who are mentally challenged, some who are just down on their luck. They need vouchers for showers, they need help with their utility bills, they need clothing, they need so much. And SOS is there. Doors are open, they're there to help. And we can help them continue that good work. You can send your contribution directly to SOS, or you can send it to us and we'll make sure they get it. You can make a contribution to SOS as well as to your fellowship. This fellowship that we hope means a lot to you every week and as we go through. You know, Reverend Elizabeth has all these wonderful classes and events. She's got meditations, she's got history of UU, Buffy the Vampire, Soul Matters. We've got a lot of stuff for you, okay? And we do that because people, they keep seeking what we have. And we want to help keep those virtual doors open for all who are interested. So a contribution and your pledge support to this fellowship, as well as SOS, will be grateful and appreciated. You can mail that to our P.O. Box 2502, Florence 97439, or visit our website and click on the donate button. It's pretty easy. Thank you. We appreciate it. And as we go forward, and if you will repeat with me here and at home, divine love through me,
divine love through me,
blesses and multiplies all that I am,
blesses and multiplies all that I am,
all that I give,
all that I give,
and all that I receive.
and all that I receive.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Thank you, everyone. Rhema, I invite you to come forward. We're going to extinguish the flame in our chalice, and you can do the same with yours at home. These words come from Amy Zucker Morgenstern, titled, "We Are One." Never has it been truer than now. We extinguish this flame, but the sparks within us remain alight. From each of us in our supposed solitude, the signals buzz and hum, sparkling through space one to another, connecting us invisibly but palpably. We are one. And from every window our light shines. Join me as we sing the peace song. Tuvia, you want to come forward? He's got his guitar. We're going to sing the peace song and close out our service for this particular week. Take it away, Tuvia, the peace song.
We all look forward to when we can once again stand in a big circle and sing with heart. Chazak, chazak, be strong, and we will be strengthened. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with love as our center, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me, let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace, 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 let there be peace on earth.
Blessings.
J,
See you at 5 o'clock on Zoom.
J. Whoa.